The change of the Sabbath. This is the issue we're going to address. I've received a lot of comments about this. In the previous video, we learned that neither Jesus nor the apostles changed the seventh-day Sabbath from Saturday to the first day, Sunday. In this video, you will learn about how the Sabbath was changed from Saturday to Sunday. Now, this video is not intended to make enemies or to shame anybody. The sole purpose of this video is to reveal the truth. The purpose of this channel, The Truth, is to present the truth before you so you can be prepared for the second coming of Jesus. Let's get started. Daniel 7 verse 25. He shall speak words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and shall think to change the times and the law, and they shall be given into his hand for a time, times, and half a time. We see the fulfillment of this prophecy when Constantine in AD 321, enacted the first official Sunday law, changing the Sabbath of God in the Ten Commandments from the seventh day to the first day. Here's the decree: on the venerable day of the sun let the magistrates and people residing in the cities rest, and let all workshops be closed. In the country, however, persons engaged in agriculture may freely and lawfully continue their pursuit. The above prophecy, history, will be repeated in the last days. I may make a video purposely for this prophecy in the future. Now with the above in mind, let's see the next steps in the attempt to change the Sabbath to Sunday. In the Convert's Catechism of Catholic Doctrine, it reads: Question: which is the Sabbath day? Answer: Saturday is the Sabbath day. Question: why do we observe Sunday instead of Saturday? Answer: we observe Sunday instead of Saturday because the Catholic Church, in the Council of Laodicea, AD 336, transferred the solemnity from Saturday to Sunday. Question: why did the Catholic Church substitute Sunday for Saturday? Answer: the Church substituted Sunday for Saturday, because Christ rose from the dead on a Sunday, and the Holy Ghost descended upon the apostles on a Sunday. Did you get that? If Christ wanted a change of the Sabbath, couldn't he have done so himself, or at least said so before his ascension, his return to the Father? Is there even a single verse in the Bible that supports this? Well, we will find out soon. Let's continue. Question: by what authority did the Church substitute Sunday for Saturday? Answer: the Church substituted Sunday for Saturday by the plenitude of that divine power which Jesus Christ bestowed upon her. Reverend Peter Geierman, 1946, page 50. Again, is there anything like that in the Bible? Let's continue. In Catholic Christian Instructed. Question: has the Catholic Church power to make any alterations in the commandments of God? Answer: instead of the seventh day, and other festivals appointed by the old law, the Church has prescribed the Sundays and holy days to be set apart for God's worship, and these we are now obliged to keep in consequence of God's commandment, instead of the ancient Sabbath. The Catholic Christian Instructed in the Sacraments, Sacrifices, Ceremonies, and Observances of the Church by way of question and answer, Reverend Dr. Challoner, page 204. In an abridgment of the Christian doctrine. Question: how prove you that the Church hath power to command feasts and holy days? Answer: by the very act of changing the Sabbath into Sunday, which Protestants allow of, and therefore they fondly contradict themselves, by keeping Sunday strictly, and breaking most other feasts commanded by the same Church. Question: how prove you that? Answer: because by keeping Sunday, they acknowledge the Church's power to ordain feasts, and to command them under sin, and by not keeping the rest of the feasts, by her commanded, they again deny, in fact, the same power. Reverend Henry Tuberville, 1833, page 58. In a Doctrinal Catechism. Question: have you any other way of proving that the Church has power to institute festivals of precept? Answer: Had she not such power, she could not have done that in which all modern religionists agree with her. She could not have substituted the observance of Sunday the first day of the week, for the observance of Saturday the seventh day, a change for which there is no scriptural authority. Reverend Stephen Keenan, 1851, page 174. Yeah, you heard that right. It has no scriptural authority. Again, by reading these messages you might have noticed that she, or her, has been the preferred pronoun. This is so not just because it's about a church, but to emphasize that it's the church's authority and not God's. In the Catechism of the Council of Trent, the Church of God has thought it well to transfer the celebration and observance of the Sabbath to Sunday. Page 402, Second Revised Edition, English, 1937. First published in 1566. In the Augsburg Confession, they, the Catholics, allege the Sabbath changed into Sunday, the Lord's Day, contrary to the Decalogue, as it appears, neither is there any example more boasted of than the changing of the Sabbath day. Great, they say, is the power and authority of the Church, since it dispensed with one of the 10 Commandments. Art 28. I hope you can now see that the transition of the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday was a slow decline in Bible truth, and was based on the counsels and teachings of men, and not from God's words, the Bible. The decision is yours to make, whether to obey man or God. Acts 5 verse 29. But Peter and the apostles answered, we must obey God rather than men. Watch this video next for what churches say about the Sabbath.